So you've been thinking about moving to Columbia, Tennessee, but you're just not sure if it's the right place. Well, today we're going to take a look at the pros and the cons of Columbia, Tennessee, and we're getting started right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you're wanting to know everything there is to know about Nashville and the surrounding areas, feel free to click the subscribe button and click the bell for notification, and then you'll get notified every single time we upload a new video. I'm Michael, and Joshua, Caleb, James, David, our team, we get calls from people just like you every single day who are moving from all over the country and want to know more information about Nashville. If that's you and you have questions, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we'll gladly help you make your move to the Nashville area. Okay, we're going to get started now about the pros and cons of Columbia, Tennessee. But before we do, I kind of want to give you just a short blip on Columbia. Nashville is in kind of the middle of Tennessee, and Columbia is like a lower suburb, kind of almost not even a suburb, an outer suburb of Nashville. It is southwest of Nashville. Takes about 45 minutes to an hour, and that's just depending on how the traffic's going. And that's actually our first con. The first con of Columbia is that there's really not an easy way to get from the interstate. Well, I mean, you can get from the interstate to Columbia, but it's just hard to get to Columbia. You either have to take Highway 31, go north up to Spring Hill, and then take 396 across to get to I-65 and go into Nashville, or you just come straight down 65 and you can take 412, but that's about a 15 to 20-minute drive from the interstate to Columbia. It's a little bit off the beaten path, and that's kind of why I decided to put one of the cons as there's just no easy way to get to Columbia. Let's talk about a pro. One of the pros of Columbia is that you have everything you need because, I mean, it is a town. It's not a huge city or anything, but they do have everything you need, from the grocery stores and the Walmarts and Targets and things like that. There's definitely fast food restaurants, national chain restaurants are there from the fast food kind of industry. They have great banks, and just all around in general, there's lots of boutique shops, small shops, and really kind of a unique kind of place. Okay, we're going to come up on our second con of Columbia here. The second con is that there's no mall. There's not really a lot of anchor stores or anything like that can, like a department stores, those kinds of things. All the shops that come around the mall, they don't have those here in Columbia. And another thing they don't have in Columbia, it is limited on the restaurants. Like I said, it does have the fast food chains and things like that, but to have the national chain, like nicer restaurants or upscale restaurants, Columbia really doesn't have a lot of those. It does have, locally here, there are several good restaurants that are local flavor to Columbia. But if you're looking for those national chain restaurants, you're not going to find them in Columbia. Second pro in Columbia is that it is a slower pace. It's more of a small town feel. Duck River goes through Columbia, so it's kind of a lazy type river, which kind of really describes the Columbia area here. Gives us a great feel for nature, lots and lots of hiking trails, things like that, but just really low-key boutique shops, that type of thing downtown. It's a great place if you're loving to just walk around, grab a bite to eat at a local restaurant. Definitely shops, knick-knack shops, antique shops, things like that. It's an awesome place for that kind of thing. Okay, so our third con of Columbia is that there's really not a nightlife. There's a couple of bars and grilling bars and that kind of thing, but there's really not a big scene for going out. And if that's your thing and you just want to go out and hang out at the bars, bar hop, that kind of thing, Columbia is probably not the place. You'll probably have to take off and head towards Nashville, Franklin, Brentwood, if you're really wanting to kind of get the nightlife feel. And our third pro, this is really cool about Columbia. Columbia is definitely growing. They're widening the roads. There is a lot of construction going on, but even though the construction is going on, they're making the efforts that they need to make as Columbia continues to grow. People are moving into the Middle Tennessee area and realize that they can't maybe afford to live in the downtown Nashville area and want something a little more reasonable in price. So maybe this is a perfect place for you in Columbia to kind of slow down the pace of life, but still be close enough to Nashville to catch the hustle and bustle of the nightlife or the sports teams or anything else that's going on in the Nashville area. If that's you, feel free to reach out to our team. Our link is down in the description below, and we'll see you next video.